what's happening, ladies and germs? This is the Packer Man.
I was fine.
You're currently watching Isak the Survivalist, and this is Baldur's Gate 3.
This is no. By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Yes. And I suggest you do as she says.
Lower. You saw another gif. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
By the dead gods, are all gifts so brutal?
Brutal? Blood still flows through his own veins. I was positively gentle.
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
What comes next?
The Tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
What do you mean, purification?
The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask? Sure. Blood excites me.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Yep.
Damn druids. Who uses wooden tools?
So, there's a couple things that we can do. So, let's get moving. Yep, there it is.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning.
What would suit the occasion?
The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Pleasure. I'm Isaac.
Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere.
I don't like this at all.
Nice decor.
The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
What makes you say that?
Call it a ninth sense. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do.
Fuck. A Cambion.
Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary. Conceivably. But a savior. For certain.
What makes you think I need saving?
Come now. Why play hard to get when you're in deep over your tadpoled head? One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that. And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I've a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself, shop around, beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
That's what separates us from the devil, soldier. They think our greatest strength is a weakness.
I'll have the last laugh in the end.
I've always wondered what a laughing mind flayer sounds like. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Can't believe that devil just took us into the hells with a snap of his fingers. If I see him again, I'll wring his neck.
I'd enjoy watching that.
I knew I liked you. Raphael was his name, right? He's trying to lure us into a game he knows we can't win. I'm not playing. Glad you're not either.
Alright, so we're back over here. And over here, in particular over here, is an absolute shit ton of gnolls.
You've made a grave mistake.
Hear that? Someone's fighting the gnolls. We should help.
Don't be a fool, lad. Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
Alright, let's do it.
Yes.
Alright, he's gonna use dash. Oof.
On the way. Battlefield interferes. Coming through.
The shock of psychic pain the leader's mind clamps onto yours. You see yourself through her eyes, a pulsing red cluster of organs. Feast. No, the voice has forbidden this meat. Mauls your whole world as a meal. This voice is acting as a leash, but it won't hold them for long. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I speak, they burn.
Got to rest on. No time like the present.
I don't have any healing spells, do I? I do not.
Time to press ahead. Just path. Find my way.
Ooh, crit. Let's see. Oh, shoot right there. Yeah, I want to be health points so bad, but.
Took the edge off.
The shattered flail.
It's our lucky day after all. I don't feel lucky. The rest of our crew's half digested, and by the gods, you're a sweet sight. Are any of my crew still alive out there?
No, it's a grim sight.
This whole journey's been one grim sight after another. Gnolls, goblins, drow. Risen Road's more dangerous than ever. You're the first friendly face we've seen since Eltergard.
Eltergard's a long way from here. Where are you headed?
We're bound for Baldur's Gate. Got some cargo to deliver. But we've a stop to make along the way.
Where's that?
Joaquin's Rest. It's just up the road. I'd be enjoying a mug of ale right now if those beasts hadn't jumped us. Listen, you look like you know how to handle yourself. You should meet my associates. We've got our own drinking spot by the tavern. Invitation only. Tell the fellow on the door. Little Serpent, Long Shadow. He'll take good care of you.
Rugen!
It's fine. We'd be dead if they hadn't shown up. A little hospitality won't do any harm. Well, lad, it's our lucky day after all. I don't feel lucky. The rest of our crew's half digested.
That symbol in the blood, what does it mean?
Meow. So what is the shattered flail? So, Inogu's gift. Hitting an enemy with this weapon heals the wielder for 1 to 6 hit points, but they can go mad if they don't continue hitting an enemy each turn. Healing through this item doesn't trigger other passives that react to healing. speedy reply. Nimble attack. When the wielder hits an enemy with this weapon, they gain momentum for 2 turns. I'm hearing something.
Digested, and you're still alive. That's lucky.
Alright, now might be a good time to go and rest. Then we'll go to Joaquin's Rest. Hey, look who it is. Whoops.
Hey, soldier. Hell yes.
Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole.
Are you sure a creche is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zathis purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities. It is done.
Well met.
What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil, Will?
Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great.
Don't worry, I have no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
How does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
I see the Blade of Frontiers. No more and no less.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
You should get out of this pact.
A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to.
Why obey her at all? What could she do that's worse than she already has?
She could kill me for one, and that's not the worst of it. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
We can beat her if we put our worms together.
We can, I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet. Well met. That's the spirit.
He of the unsleeping eyes, grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear.
What the hell's happened here?
A massacre. Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just leave me be.
I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Ravengard could be inside. On count of 3. 1, 2.
Ravengard? He's here.
Yes. Now make yourself useful. Push, damn it, push! Inside! Hurry! We don't have much time! We hear you! Stay where you are! We don't have much time! Find out! I'm trapped!
Cautious steps. Open that door, and we go up in flames. My injuries need tending.
Okay, so there's got to be a way to get that open.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. He of the unsleeping eyes. He should never have been here in the first place. I'm the one that talked him into joining the Fist.
I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Pavel, use your... Keep pushing! Duke Ravengard!
Raven?
Yes! Now make yourself useful! Push, damn it, push! Inside! Hurry! We don't have much time! We hear you! Stay where you are! We don't have much time! Find out! door's gonna blow. If we open it, there's an inferno waiting for us.
Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait. Fresh air. At last. Your boldness is a blessing. I'm in your debt.
Counselor, are you all right?
It takes more than mere fire to break me, Yuva. Now listen close, Fist. Duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Gauntlet, report to the man and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke.
On your command, Counselor.
The rest of you, count the dead. Take word of their sacrifice to this city. And you, I must ask again for your aid. Please, rescue Ravengard from his drow captors. The Council will reward you for your effort. May I trust you'll see it through?
Ravengard's a champion to the people of Baldur's Gate.
A champion indeed. He's the invisible force holding Baldur's Gate together. Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him.
I'll rescue Duke Ravengard. You have my word.
Thank you. And should your courage falter, remember the Duke's generosity. Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist, to work.
Alright, so we get 3 items to choose from. We get the Sparky Points, the Jolt Shooter, or the Spell Sparkler. And when we deal damage, we gain 2 lightning charges. Alright. Is this the ladder? Okay, in this case, I'm going to allow myself to shoot. So that way we can blow this open. So what we need to do is rescue him. Now, we're going to turn into turn-based mode.
Thank you. Thank you. He slaughtered everyone. Mary. Oh, Mary. No.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this.
Mary. No. Gods, no, no, no. You should have stayed. You should have been with me.
How did you two get separated?
I was in our room. We had a fight. If I just kept my mouth shut about that bloody dowry, she'd still be here.
This isn't on you. There was no way you could have known.
I'm sorry, Mary. I'm so sorry. Please, just go. I need a moment with her.
Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt.
Didn't you say something about a dowry?
It's for a sister's wedding. I made a stupid joke about keeping it. We argued about it for hours. Then she took the dowry and left.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt.
Of course, we're going to use karlach to
So is it done.
check around for shit.
God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Might want to pick this up.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Drowcraft armor. No magic left, though. Sun's too bright.
Sweet key.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, so is it done.
It's a burrow hole. We got a lot of people that are leveling up.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Great God.
Shit. You can put distance between you and yesterday, but you'll never leave it fully behind. Father's words. Hard to argue with them. Floric spoke true. I'm a Grand Duke's son.
Well, he's not just any Grand Duke. He's Ulder Ravengard, the most influential duke in the city.
Curious. I'd heard Duke Ravengard's son left the city.
You heard right. My father and I were close once upon a time, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldur's Gate. I can't tell you more. The pact forbids it. My lips are quite literally sealed. He made me an exile. That said, I'm not about to let him suffer at the hands of his captors.
What do you think the Drow want with your father?
I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless.
And we'll go ahead and call it a run right there. Next episode, we'll start out by leveling up our party to level 5. So, thank you very much for watching this edition of Baldur's Gate 3 here on Isak the Survivalist. And until next time, this is the Packerman signing out. Hey everyone, thank you for watching tonight's video. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more great content. See you next time, folks.